Hello and good afternoon to you. I'm Susan Grant and I'm going to briefly go through the Engineering Management MSc from the Advanced Manufacturing and Enterprise Engineering Group. Okay, so let's go to the first slide. So as you can see, the course structure for the Engineering Management Masters course consists of 6 core modules, each worth 15 credits. And there's 5 optional modules. They're also worth 15 credits. So the idea is that you take the core modules, all 6, and you have a choice of 2 from the 5 optional modules, and that's followed by a dissertation worth 60 credits. The whole idea of this particular course is to provide people like you with an engineering background and a first degree with a real understanding of how management works within an engineering enterprise, if you like. So really getting to grips with the management aspect of running the operations side of an engineering organization. This gives you a real understanding of both the core function of the organization together with supporting functions of that core, and how those functions contribute overall to the strategic objective of the organization, and this all occurs within the context of the global economy. We will look at the operation side of things in a lot of detail, with a specific focus on supply chain management, quality management, systems modeling, and project management. And then we have the support aspects, which is the HR, human resource management, finance, and some information systems which support the core function of the organization, which is the operational function. Now, this course is run for full-timers from September to September, and we have, for the distance learners, it runs from 3 to 5 years. So there's a little bit of flexibility, quite a lot of flexibility actually, for distance learners if you want to take this course. Right. Oh, no, let's go back. For the dissertation then, we have, as I say, it's worth 60 credits, and this really encourages, the idea behind the dissertation is that you carry out a piece of research with a very strong review of the current literature, the state of the art in a particular field. So you're examining a problem or an issue or a situation in the operations of an organization, let's say. And this could be in something that you've worked in the past, or it could be something that you're currently working in if you're a distance learning student, and an analysis of that particular problem or issue that you want to look at. And then that's followed with empirical research, so carrying out the collection and analysis of real data, either through interviews or surveys or through web-based data, whatever it may be, to give you, to develop your findings and look at how your findings relate to existing work in that particular field, and you'll get that from your review of the literature. And then, of course, you know, some recommendations based on what you have found from your data. So that's the dissertation. And just to give you a brief idea of some of the topics that we've had in the past, I've got a couple of titles here. One is the impact of social media tools on the customer purchase decision. I'm actually supervising that particular dissertation. My key area of interest and research has been in supply chain networks, and particularly looking at knowledge networks across supply chains and the use of social media in developing knowledge sharing across supply chains. Another project, another dissertation topic is a critical review of the case for the project portfolio management method. Another one would be mechanical design and construction of a 2-seat electric cart. That was supervised by my colleague here, Dr. Ivanov, who will talk to you shortly. And a fourth would be a quality management system in an EPC contract. We've got other ones such as the change of paper coffee cups in the upcoming years, the mathematical model of glue dispersion and amelioration, its performance in presence of optimal controllers. So that's a few ideas on the dissertation front. I'll look forward to hearing some of your questions at the end of the presentation. So, but in the interim, I'm going to now pass you over to my colleague, Dr. Ivanov, and he will talk to you about the other two courses that we run as part of the Advanced Manufacturing and Enterprise Engineering Group. Okay, over to you.
Hi, I'm Atanas Ivanov, and I'm course director on Advanced Engineering Design and Advanced Manufacturing Systems. First, engineering design things. Actually, the purpose of the course is to give an advanced tools for people who would like to go into design. And not any type of design, but engineering design. I emphasize on that because very important. It's not a type of course for people who are from product design. We calculate things in order to make the design. I have to say that both courses, engineering design and manufacturing systems, got the highest employment rate across the universities. Very easily students find jobs, and a few years ago actually I nearly lost the course because 3 months after starting the course most of the students already got jobs. So this is the good part of it. The course is structured in a way to reflect the missing parts of bachelor degree given before that, and to have, how to say, to equalize the knowledge given in the UK to the European knowledge of engineering, for example, German one. The course enjoys having students from across Europe and all over the world. We have students from Ireland, Holland, Poland, Germany, Czech Republic, Greece, Turkey, and the rest of the world as well. I'm emphasizing on the students from European part because they stay around here and actually they created already something like a network. People who are already finished and graduated and they got jobs, they are looking and helping the next generation of students to get jobs in their companies. So this is very, how to say, positive part of the whole thing. Again, both courses are accredited by IMechE and IT. The idea of this is actually to allow students further to follow the route of chartered engineers and things like that in the career. Again, Advanced Engineering Design got 6, well, you can see that there are 5 modules, but design experience is 30 credit module. So you have it first term, you have it second term. Optional modules are 4 listed in here, which also got 15 credits, and dissertation 60 credits. Optional from these 4, you can pick 2 to be assessed on, but you are not limited to attend only 2. I'm not sure whether this is clear. So you can decide to attend 3 or all 4 optional modules, but you will be assessed only on 2 of them. Just by clicking, can I carry on? Yeah. The aim, as I said, on the course is to have modern engineering design. To create a new generation of engineering designers and to allow interdisciplinary. Nowadays, everything, if you design a car, you have all kinds of things. You have mechanical structures, you have electrical, you have electronic. They have to interact and know what's going on. Manufacturing system is exactly the same. You have a number of modules, which 6 are compulsory, 4 again are optional. If in specific circumstances you do not like the optional modules which are on your course, you are allowed to have, by filling additional form and approved by course director, there is rationale behind it, you can have another optional module in order to tailor your specific MSc. It's not a problem, this one. All right. Again, the aims of a manufacturing system is to create a new generation of manufacturing engineers, to allow students interdisciplinary experience in design and manufacturing. And again, this course is also accredited by IT and IMEC. Probably to finish the whole presentation from Susan and myself, I would like to say a few things about why we are in a unique position. First, our group teaches these three MSCs. We teach engineering management, we teach engineering design, and we teach manufacturing system. This is all you need in a company. So in a way, students are put into interactive mode, and they have common modules. So we design, we manufacture, and we manage everything what is needed in one company. So you have excellent student employment perspectives. You have constant contact with your personal tutor, which actually your personal tutor is course direct, either Susan or myself. And you have dedicated administrative support team and excellent facilities. Would you like to add something, Susan, to that?
Okay. In addition to all of that, Brunel is a great place to come and study at for a number of reasons. One is that we're extremely close to London. It's probably about an hour on the tube, maybe less than that. Less than that, apparently. And it's very, as I said, it's fairly quick, and it's great place to pop into into town if you feel like it for a bit of shopping or whatever. The cultural aspects of London and so on, historical aspects that you might want to visit while you're in this neck of the woods. We have a large number of green spaces close to Brunel, which is very pleasant if you like walking and outdoor activities. We have some great sports facilities at Brunel as well. We have a huge running track, internal running track, where we have Olympians working
This was a training site for Korean team and
Usain Bolt apparently has trained
during the Olympic
well,
Games.
During the Olympic Games. We have a great gym which is available for all staff and students. Huge number of coffee shops and so on, and on-site facilities, restaurants, that kind of thing.
The capital investment for the last 6 years at Brunel is in excess of £300 million in buildings.
Okay, well that gives you a bit of an idea of the amount of investment we've had in developing the campus in the past. We also have for students guaranteed accommodation on campus, so if you want to stay here...
6,500 students live on campus.
Yeah, so that's quite a large number then. Distance learning students, the postgraduate students are separated from undergraduates, so you have your own dedicated area where postgraduates can get together, they can meet, share ideas, discuss topics and so on, work with their tutors.
Even dedicated room. For example, engineering design, manufacturing system have a dedicated room only for them for the duration of the course.
We also have a postgraduate school, which is there for your, if you need it, where you can do additional courses, training and that sort of thing. Dissertations, I don't know if my colleague didn't mention this, a lot of the dissertations we do are in collaboration with companies, so they're very company-focused, very industry-focused.
Project-based.
Project-based. And I've given you a few examples. I don't know if you can think of any project-based examples.
Well, yes. I had last year 3 projects directly given from Ford, and after that Ford company offered jobs for 3 students. I had Terminal 5. They offered 2 students projects, and after that they employed them. These are the latest actually things we have.
Yeah. So we have a number of companies that we work quite closely with. We have Heinz, we have Coca-Cola, there's
British Airways,
Ford,
Renishaw,
Renshaw. We have a lot of big names, high-profile companies that you might be interested in doing a project with, and maybe later going into some kind of employment with. And we do, as my colleague has said, we have a very good record for student employment post MSc. I think
this is it.
Yeah.
Now we can open the session for question and answers, actually.
So thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to look at the bottom right of your screen, and if you've had any questions, could you type them in the question box, and Dr. Susan Grant and Dr. Atanas Ivanov will answer them for you.
At least we'll try. Not like that, like that.
Oh, there's something about there is no question.
No, like this mouse. You were holding the mouse the opposite way. Yeah. There is some question in
This
there.
question is in.
How the modules are evaluated. I can answer this question. All right. We've been trying to minimize the number of exams. MSc level is a place where, all right, you learn something new, but there is no point in exam to reproduce the material from the module. The idea is to apply the taught material. So in that case, majority of the assessment is based on assignment. You are taught something, and after that, actually, you have to make something out of it. I don't know what to do this.
So thank you, Atanas. So there's another question from Francis, who wants to know the study days and times. So how many days of study and
study days and times. That's a good question. Actually, I can answer for advanced engineering design, because we have full-time students and part-time students. We don't have distant learning on advanced engineering design. In order to have part-timers to attend lectures, all teaching is compacted in 2 days. So actually, part-timers attend first year 1 day, the first day, and the second year, the second day. All the rest does not mean it's free time. It is, you have a lot of actually assessment to do, a lot of material to learn. So this is it. The whole teaching is compacted into 2 days in advanced engineering design. Advanced manufacturing system is a bit more expanded. It's 3 or 4 days per week, depending on the year, the specific year. Things.
For engineering management, we have the course spread out over the week. Generally, we have 1 day which is free, but usually you will find that you will have a number of hours per day over 4 days. And the time that you have that's free should be spent on revising or working on your dissertation, which starts at a very early stage in the program. And you can work quite closely with your tutor, fairly early on. So you do need an extra day to spend to have free from taught modules, from the taught module aspect of the course.
And a question from Emad, do you follow the ABET in your accreditation?
Our accreditation is done together by people coming from iMaking and people coming from IT. I do not know what this abbreviation means. They have specific requirements, and we cover the requirements for both. And accreditation, again, the renewal accreditation is due next year. I do not know what ABET means. How much the total financial cost? This is on the web. Actually, I cannot answer this. This is something what it's generally decided for all universities, and it's not something what we can change. Accreditation Board for Engineering Technology.
Thank you, Emad.
This is it. There's, on the web, they are given specific requirements for accreditation. Yes, probably yes. The answer is yes. We cover all requirements from IMEC and IT.
And the IET is the Institution for Engineering and Technology.
Yes.
And we are accredited.
Yeah. You know how many are by
Well,
MSc? How many students are by?
Let me talk about the engineering management MSc. It's a very, very popular program, and we've had up to 80 full-time students in the past. So yes, it's a very popular program. So I can't tell you, we couldn't give you a figure on it. We're looking very healthy at the moment, and I suspect we'll probably be in the 50s, 60s full-time this year. On the distance learning front, we also have it's very popular, and so we probably get about 20 students a year, and we have 2 intakes for the distance learning, so that's September and May, and in total we probably get about 20 students, or 10 to 15 students per intake, so yeah, quite a few students.
On advanced engineering design, I mentioned that actually they have a dedicated room with personal seats and everything. So the room takes 25 places. So actually I am limiting the course to 25 students on the basis first come, first served. Very similar is the number of the students for advanced manufacturing systems. Usually advanced manufacturing system is picked by people who are already working in manufacturing and just need a bit more on the career side. So the employment rate over there is about 100%.
There's a question by Antoine Barrow. Are there a chance to conduct twinning between us? Could you clarify that question, please?
I answered the evaluation modules, yes. The lectures in how many days? Part-time students to attend. I answered. Part-time students for engineering design need to attend 1 day per week.
And will missing the first 2 days of my course affect the rest of my studies?
Sorry?
No.
Let me see.
No.
Will missing the first 2 days? No, not first 2 days. Because there are people actually waiting for visas, even the first week is not a problem. But from second week already is a problem.
And a question from Francis, can we allow to change programs when you start, for instance, from the manufacturing, advanced manufacturing to engineering management?
Yes, we do allow a change. Yeah. If you feel that you are much more suited to engineering management, you need to speak to your to an administrator, and we can have reforms. But we had a
case last year.
Yeah, we've had cases in the past, so that's absolutely fine. Are there higher levels like postdoctorate degree in such a topic?
Sorry, which one? Are there higher levels like postdoctorate degree?
Certainly, you can carry out a doctorate in the area of engineering management or any of the courses that we have.
From engineering design, manufacturing system, I can say that the top students graduating these courses usually continue as PhD students. Well, in the area they pick, actually, they could be different. Majority go to mechanical engineering to continue PhD. Some of them are staying with me in manufacturing and design to do PhDs.
And thank you, Anton, for your comment that we have answered your questions clearly. Thank you, Emad. Does anyone else have any questions? Any more questions? Please type them in
Is
the
MEC
questions
advanced manufacturing
box.
system? You said students were for the majority already work. Yes, but
So
it's not
it's a
necessary.
question from Anton. Is MSc Advanced Manufacturing Systems for majority already working?
Well, yes, at present actually they are, majority of them are working, but it's not limited to only working people. No problem at all. Probably some clarification here. Even students graduating from advanced engineering design, majority of them got jobs into the manufacturing sector. Because manufacturing sector is so fashionable nowadays, so majority of students are finding jobs in there.
Any more questions from anyone? Awab, what does it take to become a student for MSc Engineering Management?
What does take?
What does it take to become an A?
We have requirement to get into the program, which is a minimum of a 2-2. Oh, sorry, a 2. Is it 2? No, it's a 2-2.
Is it 2-2?
It's a 2-2, a minimum of a 2-2 in your first degree.
UK.
You also have, which has to be equivalent to a UK degree. So if you've managed to gain that from abroad, you will have a GPA, and the administrative staff will check that. And if your if your degree is equivalent to a UK first degree, then you will be allowed in as long as you meet that 2-2 requirement. If you are coming from outside of the UK and Europe, also you will be probably required to carry out an IELTS test, which looks at your English level level requirement. And I think our requirement is 6 currently, so you will need to pass that, and that's based on 4 individual areas of the language. So I think there's listening, speaking, writing, and reading.
And another question from Antony. What's the deadline if we'd like to change?
To change of MEC,
To MSc.
it has been asked. It depends on this, how many modules. There's some common module between engineering management and manufacturing systems. If you think that till the end of the course you are able actually to do the exams and assignments which are needed for engineering management, yes, but the course director will allow you to change.
Do we have any more questions from anyone? Any more?
All right.
Thanks a lot, because some look the same. Thanks a lot,
Because
because some MSCs look like the
same.
same.
What do you mean some MSCs look the same? From across the universities, or
I think 3.
one of the 3? Well, if you remember, I explained why they have to have common modules, of course, because we are trying to have MSCs which actually give people to a company. So the whole structure of the thing is like you will work in a company, you design something, you manufacture something, and you manage something. So that's why you have to have common ground between people. They have to be able to talk to each other. That's why they have common modules. But this does not mean that actually our specialists at the end they are the same. Difference in modules is quite substantial.
Thank you for your question, Antony. So Sorry, I've been said it's not Antony, it's Antoine. Sorry, Antoine. And Antoine's got another question. Between engineering management and advanced manufacturing systems, what's the difference?
Yes, all right. There's quite a lot of modules actually. I do not have the things in here, but you have quite substantial. You have a core module which is manufacturing economics for all 3 courses, and you have another common module which is systems modeling. And the third common module, I believe, is no, it's not managing people organization. It is, I believe, it's reliability.
Okay, within the engineering management course, we focused quite heavily on logistics, operations, supply chains, and that's something that doesn't appear in the advanced manufacturing systems, and it does differentiate it quite considerably. That's one of the core modules of the course, the engineering management course, and there is a lot of reference to in many of the other modules to that field, to the area of supply chain management. So that gives it that distinctive edge over, or distinctiveness over the other module, or the other course that you mentioned, advanced manufacturing systems.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay. Thanks very much.
No more questions? Final call for any more questions?
Well, another thing that I can say, actually, on the web, you have the email addresses of Susan and myself, the course directors of both courses, and you are welcome to ask specific questions directly by email.
And of course, we do have a wealth of information online anyway that you might want to sort of trawl through. If there's something that you don't, if there's something that isn't covered and you really do want to get hold of us, then, you know, as my colleague has said here, please get hold of us individually, and we'd be very happy to either send you an email or speak to you on the phone, whatever, you know, whatever it is.
All right. Thank you very much for your participation today.
Thanks, and hopefully we'll see you at Brunel in the beginning of the new term.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.